This message is for people with an existing herd, a community, an influencer, a leader, a marketer, um, an influencer of an organization. You occupy a position of influence where you are a thought leader and the like. I'm making this video purposely to help introduce you to a program called Asset Back NFT. An NFT is a non fungible token, meaning that it's not divisible by any type. One NFT is equal to whatever the market value values it to be. Um, a fungible token, such as Bitcoin or others, can be divisible in multiple pieces. In other words, you can buy a fractional share of it. A non fungible token, by its nature, is not divisible. We are talking about a digital collectible or NFT backed by physical asset, a brick and mortar business operating in multiple countries in Europe. The purpose of this incredible opportunity is that in my channel, there's about maybe this will be the 32nd video on the topic, so I'm not going to talk about the many differences of what is it all about. Today, I'm going to speak plainly on the economic opportunity that exists within our ecosystem for people who are leaders, who are influencers, who are basically investors with a community, and what we can do together to basically start onboarding your community. The problem is when you start making money in crypto, you need a place to place the crypto, especially during market volatility. Uh, you know, see if you're one of those commission junkie type who keep participating in multiple opportunities, so you can bring your community. Some of these opportunities, you have to be in early, like the first 5 days or less, and to leverage the growth before it does a work pull. That's a very high yield program that are designed to be in and out in a very short time. You could be a holder of the traditional asset class, like the reliable crypto projects, and you have no intention of basically you do dollar cost averaging and blah blah blah. You buy when it's low, you sell when it's high, or you are an investor. You're a stocks investor. You are basically you have a community and you have people follow you, and uh, you have a need also to diversify. Diversification is basically, deploying capital or crypto assets in multiple different channels when it's not if it's when volatility is at an all-time high, so that way you can have leverage in multiple different asset class. Having said that, this is not financial advice. I am not a lawyer, financial advisor, tax advisor. This is purely a high-level uh, economic empowerment for those people with a network and to find ways to diversify your portfolio and not have all your uh, crypto investment, crypto assets in few places, especially if you involve in one of those high yield platforms that are here today and gone tomorrow type, and you have people following you. You have an obligation to basically constantly look for opportunities to onboard your members where they don't lose money. That's basically the intent of this video. And the economic opportunity involved here, I'm basically talking to people with the ability, because we have a program that is a high ticket program. It's not for everyone. It's not for your typical tire kicker. The entry point, the opportunity cost is 5,000 and more. So right now we have, so far we have Germany NFT that have come and gone. We have Spain NFT that was sold in basically about 30 days. And we have Benelux NFT, which is a combination of three countries. You know. And we have UK, that is probably right now just less than 70 NFT left. Asset backed by real asset, backed by real 9 delivery channels of customer acquisitions. And again, we're not gonna go into that, but if you want a quick, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to. Well, you can actually click on the description of the video to see multiple other videos available already on the subject. So today is all about the numbers. You're a businessman, you have multiple channels, you have multiple people contacting you. You don't have time for a long, drawn out, detailed video. And anyway, so the participation into the Cashflow NFT. Cashflow NFT, basically, let me just give it to you like this. Cashflow NFT is a, well, you can read that. You can basically pause because that would lengthen the video even more. If you want to know exactly what we're about, there are two companies involved. There's Cashflow NFT, and here's a short description of it. Simply put, we digitize assets of physical companies or real estate and create a non fungible token to basically take an economic opportunity into a real company's assets or services and digitizes it in form of a non-fungible token. And the company here we're talking about is Miracle Cash. Miracle Cash and More has uh, is a physical location that I've actually been to, uh, and they have multiple services that they provide. And they're basically located in Cyprus. In my YouTube channel, click on the community and you'll see pictures of me. Inside the store, you'll see, anyway, all that information is already provided. Not going to go into it. Since this is going to be on YouTube, basically go through my YouTube channel, click on community, and you can see the evidence for yourself without making the video too long. Anyways, among the many services of Miracle Cash is Miracle Cash&More app, deal, pay, the token, and the wallet. We have physical stores opening in multiple countries, and this gives you a brief overview of Miracle Cash. Basically, we have a fusion of two separate companies. One is marketing, Cashflow NFT, and Miracle Cash, which is a service technology company that provides the service, I'd love to say, that gives utility to the digital asset or non fungible token referred to as an NFT. Okay, here you have an example of what uh, the services of Miracle Cash does. We have physical stores people can walk into. A private client, a successful person like yourself, can go into a physical office where we have physical location to basically have a private service. Okay, and we have the physical stores, like this is the store in Amsterdam, where people can physically walk into the store. You see live people inside the physical store doing transactions. And some of the transactions can be buying and selling the Miracle coin, uh, using the app, or using the debit card provided by Miracle Cash. In addition to that, you can participate in Miracle Deal. You can basically pause the video to read all about that, or we can do a one-to-one where you have a more formal introduction of what this is all about. The purpose of this video is you're a leader, you have a community, and I'm going to teach you how to basically onboard your community into a safe ecosystem to prevent people from losing money. And you can structure your team in a way uh, to make sure that you take advantage of the opportunity using the STAR program. That's the purpose of this video. In addition, I have to also give you an idea of what the service is, what we are all about, because this is really what will grab your attention for you to onboard your team. Imagine that you or people you know have businesses that are interested in basically accepting crypto as a method of payment. One of the very need of crypto influencers is that either you or people you know in your team or cross channel, people are always going to look for an opportunity to use a debit card to pay with crypto. And you have people who are coming to you asking you what other opportunities without doing crypto to fiat conversion to basically exchange crypto. Instead of exchanging crypto, you can basically use a debit card to make crypto payment. In this case, a businesses that has a real product can actually use a POS system provided by Miracle Cash to make crypto transactions, accepting crypto, onboarding their customers, taking advantage of the untapped potential of millions of dollars out there in cryptos that are not being liquidated, incentivizing the economy. That's the purpose of the Miracle Pay via a physical POS system. We also have that in a virtual POS system for people with an online business only. Say, for instance, you sell shoes in your local jurisdictions, and someone else does not necessarily want to go to the shoe store, and they can log into your website, use the virtual POS to make a payment in Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, or whatever, and pay in crypto without having to do the exchange in fiat. No need to use Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or debit card. They can use crypto. That is what is it about. And we also have the Miracle token that can be used. Miracle token is a one-to-one digital allocation. One value of a coin is $1. All right. And of course, you're familiar with the wallet. People can have their own wallet to manage their digital assets, and not to mention having also the potential ability to walk into a physical location to have a high level service one-to-one through a store in locations that are either already open or about to open. About to open in Germany, France, UK, already open, Amsterdam, Cyprus, and the like. There are going to be stores opening all over the place. But if you cannot be in one of those stores, you can also interact with the opportunity with the company online through the various applications they have to offer. So I thought this was not the intent of this, but this is a meat and potato that gives the NFT value because we're dealing with an asset back. Remember, I'm talking about asset back NFT, and we through Cashflow NFT take the services provided by a physical company and digitize their services or products or services and allow you and I to come in as investors, acquire the NFT for its potential rewards provided as the company grow, the company being Miracle Cash and More. Anyways, now that you have an idea, you can visit miraclecash.com to see all the opportunities involved, all the services. Part of your due diligence is to do your own homework to see what it's all about. But today, we're all talking about the STAR program. In the Cashflow NFT, it's not a multi-level. It is an affiliate program with two tier. The two tier, one tier meaning first tier, you get 10% of any time that someone acquires an NFT. And then on the first level, first tier, second tier, you have 5%. And after that, uh, we introduced a STAR program to leverage and scale for massive adoption in the investor acquisition opportunity part of it. So, anyways, this is like a broad overview that gives you an idea. So, you come in and acquire as many NFT as possible, and also share with you and your first tier to as many people as possible. So, you may share with 1 to 100 people or more. Obviously, if you are an influencer, you have thousands of people that follow you. So you have 1 to 10 people who follow you into this ecosystem. And some of them are making money with you. I have been making money with you in multiple platforms. And you can actually onboard them into this is an easy transition because we're talking about an IT-ticket item. This is not for the average Joe. This is for people who have already had some degree of success. And so we're going to take an opportunity and bring it to them so they can scale up and diversify their investment portfolio. Although this is not financial advice, but this is an educational outreach that I'm reaching out to leaders because we have an obligation to help people save. We have an obligation to save people from losing money by introducing to them reliable asset-backed platform. That's basically the idea. Anyways, so you acquire an NFT yourself, uh, and one and done is sufficient. But if you have the ability, one to however many is preferred because the more you have, the more you benefit from the NFT. You basically help people acquire the NFT, and in the process of doing that, identify people who basically do what you do. Once you sell an amount of 50,000 or more, you become a 1 star. A 1 star, you receive 1 share. A portion of the company is allocated and will be paying monthly starting in April. And of course, since this is a real company, real asset, real services, as the company open more stores, profits are generated on a monthly basis. A portion of the profit is then going to be paid to the 1 star to 5 star in forms of 1 to 50 shares. Okay, so you acquire an NFT yourself, at least one, and you basically introduce as many people as possible who may or may not acquire an NFT. But once you sell an amount of 50,000 in volume in NFT, you become a 1 star for 1 share. All you have to do to become a 2 star, you basically help 3 people replicate your exact activity, meaning they acquire and sell, acquire at least one, or register for free and basically help promote the opportunity. Once 50,000 in volume is collected from your collected efforts, they too become 1 star. And you do that 3 times, you then become a 2 star. A 3 star is someone with a three uh, a 3 star is someone who basically take 1 star and then introduce them to become 3 stars. Basically, you are 1 star if you sell 50,000. Once you have 3 people do the same, you are 1 star. You take your 1 star, you educate them and promote them to uh, 2 stars. In this case, you do that 3 times. This is the equivalent of a 2 star organization. That means 3 people replicate that exact schematics. Okay, so instead of using the diagram in multiple ways, I just use the dollar value to represent this is a 2 star organization. You now become a 3 stars for 5 shares once you have 3 2 star organization. The same process is repeated. Basically, you become 1 star first, and then you coach and educate 3 people to do what you did. And once that happens, chances are those who become 1 or 2 star will also be promoted to 3 stars. And in this case, to become a 3 star, like I just explained, to become a 4 star, you have a 3 3 star organization. and the volume to become a 3-star is 450K. So let's take a look at it where you can see it clearer. Okay, and this is where it represents a lot cleaner. No, do I have to go through all that? No, I don't have to, but also this helps me from repeating over and over one person at a time. I can just send you a video, and if this is for you, great, we work together. If not, then you don't see it, and then I'll move on. So a 1-star is someone that sells 50,000 in volume and receive 1 share in the company. A 2-star is someone that basically replicate the activity of the 1-star and introduce 3 people to do the same thing. So here we're talking about the dollar value divided between 3 groups, separate groups, is 150,000 for 5 shares. You become a 3-stars once you have a 3 2-star organization. At this point, each organization, okay, is 150,000 at the time. You would then get 10 shares, okay. To become a 4-star, all you have to do is help and coach with my help your 3-stars or your 2-stars. A 2-star is a $150,000 volume organization. A 3-star is a 450,000 volume uh, organization. A 4-star is a $1.3 million organization. Simply put, you have um, an organization that does 150. Basically, you have 3 separate organizations do 450. That means you have uh, 3 separate groups as 3-stars. Then you now have a combined volume of 1.3 million minimum. You receive a 25 shares, and that pays out on a monthly basis. All you have to do to become a 5-star is basically coach your 3-stars to become 4-stars. That's it. So looking at it from a dollar value actually gives more, makes it a lot cleaner to see the big picture. As a repetition, you you are introduced by me to this opportunity, and you expose your group, your sphere of influence, this opportunity. You have a certain number of people participate, and then you sell 50,000 in volume, and you become 1-star. Very easy to do. And then basically identify 3 people in your group who basically do what you do, and basically now you're a 2-star. So a 2-star is someone who has 3 1-star. That's basically what it is. And the share, however small for now, since this is just the beginning, might be very big later. So let's take a look at it. Now we just take a look at the dollar aspect of it, and now we're going to take a look at it visually. Okay. Your participation in the share involves education and coaching of others. As a leader, you have to lead by example. You acquire at least 1 NFT and then sell to your first tier organization the equivalent value of 50,000 in volume. Well, if it is the Benelux NFT, that's 10 NFTs. If it is the UK NFT, currently at 10,000 apiece, it's just 5. Especially your people who follow you as leaders are going to have the liquidity to acquire, a UK or 2 or multiple, since there are only 70 left. So you basically develop a team that does that fast and easy and simple. This is why it's not for the average Joe. It's for leaders, people with an organization already established, so you can onboard your team to diversify into an asset-backed asset. Okay, so to receive one share, it's very simple. Simply sell 50,000 in volume. So without using this, you sell 50,000, you become a one star. Okay, so now that person also does the same thing. That person becomes a one star. So you have in one star, two, and three. And once you have a three one star in your group, you graduate to two stars and you receive five shares. And since example is also good because at this point I'm a two star. When I participated in this project, I can't say that I fully understood what was going on, but it didn't really matter. What mattered is this. This was a once in a lifetime, first to market opportunity, and you cannot open stores in anywhere in the country if the government does not give you the green light, meaning that you've gone through a real regulatory process to operate in the local jurisdictions to open a store. That was a no-brainer for me to see, and I also wanted to be the first to open the opportunity to my market. Thus, I've also achieved the two-star ranking. But now that I have a better understanding of this project, I've decided to relaunch. So basically, to requalify again as a two-star. The idea is to become a five-star, and because there are so many things that I want to do, there are so many people who've joined me in opportunities that didn't go well, and this is why I began to look for asset-backed platform where to stop the bloodshed of people losing money under my watch, because such is not ever going to happen to me. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want that to happen again. To receive phone calls of people stressing out because something that happens not in my control. So now I only look at reliable project with people that I can trust and know I can be in touch with and be in constant contact with them. And this is why I'm looking for leaders who has the same intention of basically protecting their people by participating in something. Once you start making money in one project, you take your windfall and transition it into a reliable ecosystem where people do not lose money. And as an influencer, people come to me. The most annoying thing that could happen when I receive an unwanted phone call because a person did not take their time, participate in something that didn't go well. And that happens multiple times for people who introduce me into platforms that I looked at it but choose not to participate, and sure enough, it went bust. And the very painful thing for me is to tell these people, I could have told you this was not going to go well because it didn't make sense to me. I looked into things very thoroughly these days. That's the purpose of this video. So, what is my offer to you in order to bring that to your attention? I've already achieved the two-star level, and I have NFTs in several, Spain, UK, and the like. This is not to me about money anymore. This is about it. I'm in a mission to help people. And so, if you're a leader, then this should be a breeze for you to do. For people who have not the ability, then I'm basically helping them with a first and second tier commission. For the people who participated with me in other platform who choose to follow me in this platform, to help them at least become a one star. Now, at the same time, the less people we have who become one star, the higher the distribution, because the the more people who become one, two to five stars, the smaller the distribution, the outflow would be. But at the same time, too, the more the company grows, the more the profit increases. And the profit increases, meaning that the greater the share distribution on a monthly basis. And since I want to have my people be successful, I'm allocating my first and second tier commission to help those unable, those without a big group to onboard, to participate, and at least become a 1 star by basically donating my first and second tier commission to speed up the process for them. Once you become a 1 star, then you're on your own. My act of gratitude or my gift is then focused towards someone else, and then at the same time still helping you to navigate and coach to get all the way to 5 stars. By the way, UK NFT is now 10,000. 100 UK NFT will be put in reserve for the leaders who qualify in a for the leaders who qualify themselves, who achieve a rank in the star system, to be able to then acquire those NFTs at original price, 5,000. Now, based on the discount cash flow analysis that the company is undergoing right now, once that is complete, the DCF, discount cash flow analysis, will evaluate the company's assets, acquisitions, and partnerships, and give the company an evaluation. Basically, they would value the company at the same time, also value the NFT. Chances are, according to what happened, the opportunity cost to acquire an NFT will be more or less greater, because we're dealing with a potential DCF valuation that comes out without knowing the outcome. I don't want to assume that this is going to be higher. Anyways, if you have the ability to see the vision, and I'm hoping you're a smart person, hopefully, you can see where this is going. So, since I'm a visual person, I like to visualize something. Anyways, every time you sell an NFT to a first tier member, you earn 10% of that. And if your first tier member also shares, you earn 5%. Now, as you share, it is possible for you will have people who acquire 1, 2, none, and also you'll have people who acquire and also share. Now, once you become a 1 star by selling $50,000 worth of an NFT, then it's just a matter who in your team has the ability to replicate your activity and become a leader by also spreading the good news. This is where we have a 1, 2. This is where your 1 to 4 stars are going to come from. So, not to mention that you can also continue to share to identify more people who have the ability to participate. Some will, some won't, and we move on. So, an idea of first beginning is that you come in and sell $50,000 worth of NFT. For every person that you sell an NFT to, you get 10%. And if they do share, then you get 5%. So at this point, it's just a matter of who in your front line can acquire 1 to how many NFT left. In the case of UK, we have 70 NFT left to sell. In the case of Benelux, there are 1,500 or less at 5,000 apiece. It is possible that either you or someone in your team can acquire all 10 Benelux NFT, and that makes you a one star with one person. You can also have 5 people frontline to you, each get two. This is just an example. You can have, out of 3 people frontline to you, one get two, one get three, and one get five, that'll make it 10. So it's not so much the number of NFT, the dollar value. So if it is the UK, then all you have to do is move 5 NFT at 10,000 piece. You're at 50,000 and you're done. You become a one star. Now, it is your goal now to find 3 people frontline to you who can replicate the same thing. It is also uh, plausible that the 3 1 star that are not going to be necessarily directly your first tier. They could be your multiple layered of tiers in the tier system. So simply identify as you share people who can basically sell $50,000 worth of NFT. That's the volume, not necessarily the number of NFT, and and then help to identify in your team 3 people who can do the same thing. The goal is to become one star fast, 2 star quick, and then since 3 stars will be a lot harder to do, and it's just a matter of coaching and upline support to help identify, especially if you're an influencer with a large team, chances are you're going to need help to educate those people to properly place and allocate those membership NFT purchases so you can take advantage of the star system. Remember, the star system pays out monthly basis. The NFT reward distribution is not for every 3 months. So while people are waiting for their quarterly NFT rewards, they can be collecting monthly shares for quick monthly cash flow, you know, to pay their car bill, the house bill, the entertainment expenses, and the like. And since you're a leader, people follow you. Why not you be the one to educate as opposed to them coming to you with an opportunity of this caliber? Be the leader who introduce it to them so that way you can be the one shaping uh, yeah the narrative. So once you're a 2 star, you can become a 3 stars if you help coach and identify 3 2 stars for 10 shares. It's a simple project, and it does require a guy like me who can help you understand it because I'm doing it. And if I can do it, you have greater potential than I do. So the ultimate goal is to get to 25 shares as soon as possible by becoming a 4 stars. Simply help your 2 stars become 3 stars quick, and you do that 3 times. You collect 25 shares monthly. Remember, the 3 stars get 10 shares, 2 stars get 5 shares, and 1 star get 1 share, and 5 stars get 50 shares. Imagine what you can do with 50 shares coming every single month. What cause, what non-profit, what organization, what family member that has potential economic problems that you can help to resolve. Oh, by the way, I'm looking at my favorite book here called Execution. the discipline of getting things done. You and I can execute a plan of action, not just talking about it, but get it done. We can execute together a plan of action to onboard your people. And together, we can participate in saving countless lives because there are people who may not have the ability to comprehend the networking, the video making, but your forward thinking can make a difference in the lives of people who may have mental health problems, financial issues, health problems, or physical health problems, and elderly uh, who may need help pay their physical house or perhaps their medical bills. And there's so much goodness that could happen simply because you have the means and the ability to touch lives. There are people in Haiti, Africa, or anywhere in these third world countries, due to no fault of their own, simply because they are in an environment that does not foster economic growth. You could be a lifeline, the savior for those people. 50 shares a month coming in, even if I was not interested in this opportunity. I've been giving a gift, and you don't have to like my approach, but we can agree on one thing. We can do tremendous good together if we collaborate. And this is a project that deserves all our time, attention, to bring your team, onboard them, so we can impact lives. We can touch someone across the world that may never have the ability and the opportunity to take advantage of this amazing opportunity. So, for the benefit of another, we can do this together.